everybody, and welcome back to the Fairy Tale Family, where our goal is to put a little bit of magic into your everyday. I'm Chelsea, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Walt Disney World treats. So, Mark and I have traveled to Walt Disney World well over 20 times now, and I think I've rounded up the best treats, in our opinion, that you can get at various places in Walt Disney World. So we're going to be combining kind of years of knowledge on this, but also very recently, within the past month or so, we've taken a trip and we'll be sharing with you some of the treats that we ate then, and also some, I believe just one or so, Christmas treat that you can only get during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party and season. So let's just dive right in because this could be a lengthy video. Now, as you know, I've had weight loss surgery. I know that we talk about this in every video, but the reason for that is because it matters to me what I'm putting into my tummy. So what I don't want is to overload my belly with foods that aren't worth it, right? If I'm going to be splurging and enjoying some treats while I'm in the parks, I want to make sure that those treats are going to pay off taste-wise, because realistically, I can only take one or two bites of something. So we're going to start. We're just going to jump right in Animal Kingdom. Now, in Africa, there are the world's most delicious nuts. They're cinnamon sugary. I have eaten these almost every trip for a decade. So they come in these like cone-shaped paper funnels, and there are a couple of different kinds. The almonds are my personal favorite, and you can get them in different parks, but because I got them for the first time in Animal Kingdom, I associate them with Animal Kingdom. They're reasonably priced. You could easily split them, but that is a snack that I think does not get enough credit. I feel like it's not talked about because it isn't like the prettiest or most Instagram worthy. Like, it's just this beautiful little cone, but it doesn't have that like, ooh, wow factor. Do you know? So if you pass by the cart, you definitely will smell the nuts there. Try them. Try them. Now, of course, don't try them if you have an allergy or if you think you're sensitive to it. But if you are an almond lover like I am, the sweetness of these almonds, and I'm not a super sweets person, love, definitely recommend, give them a shot. Also in Animal Kingdom, over in Satuli Canteen, which I would recommend separately, I will link that video here, the bao bun cheeseburger. Oh gosh, so delicious. But we tried here for the first time the pumpkin cheesecake. Now, over the holidays, they also had a blueberry one. So these look amazing, like the opposite of the nuts. They look gorgeous plated. They're very shiny. They have this like little cone topper so that it physically looks like a little pumpkin. It comes with these accoutrements on the side. This was way too rich for me. When I'm looking for like a quick treat in Disney, I'm not the person who's like, give me a 7-layer chocolate cake. Again, I don't have a super incredible sweet tooth, but I thought, oh, we'll get this and split it. And Mark and I both bit it and thought, wow, there's way too many cloves in here. Like, it had too much Thanksgiving spice or Thanksgiving pumpkin pie spice or whatever made it pumpkin-y inside. Wasn't like authentic pumpkin tasting. It was like I was licking the lid of a spice jar. So I would not recommend this one. Let me see if I can find the price for you. It was $5.50 for this little cheesecake. If you love cheesecake or if you love pumpkin pie spice, you could definitely split this amongst people because it's enough, right? It's super thick. I was surprised at how soft it was, but this is not something that I will be ordering again. So my Animal Kingdom recommendations would definitely be the nuts, and absolutely Satuli Canteen as a restaurant. I would go there, do the mobile ordering, but I would steer clear of perhaps their treats there. in that location just because they are super rich and maybe not something you want while you're walking around for the rest of the day in a warmer climate. Okay, so now we are hopping over to Hollywood Studios and we are making a little beeline walk to the Incredibles area, Municipburg at Pixar Place. So this is kind of an underwhelming area. It looks awesome. There are some fantastic photo walls here. I'll put a photo of me in front of one of them here for you. But there's not like an attraction. Like it's not like Toy Story Land where you pop over and you see Slinky Dog and you see the swirling saucers and there's Midway Mania. This is just kind of this like casual attraction free space. But besides the photo walls, which are really cool, and there's this little one of baby Jack Jack that looked like he went through the wall. Very cool, very cool. They also have the Jack Jack Cookie Num Num. Now this comes, it's not really a cookie. It's like this mini flat cookie sized muffin almost. It is so dense. You will absolutely need to share this, but it is delicious. It is like warm, chocolatey inside. It would be fantastic for for when you want to be warmer, when it's colder months in Florida. We ate this in February. It was perfect. So this would be if you're only going to go over for the Jack Jack Cookie Num Nums, do it. Do it. This is where you're going to find that. It's the only place you're going to find it. Definitely worth the walk over before then you hop onto in the Toy Story arena. So also in that area, Andy's Lunchbox. Andy's Toy Box? Andy's Lunchbox. Andy's Lunchbox is where Mark and I have had lunch the past 2 times that we've been in Hollywood Studios. My only complaint with Andy's Lunchbox is that it doesn't have a ton of seating. It's very small, but it's so well themed. The treat here, the first time in February that we went here, we had this chocolate hazelnut Pop-Tart that had chocolate and bits of bacon on top. This was delicious. And for the holiday season, they came out with a cinnamon apple tart that has a little snowman with red frosting and it tastes like an apple pie. These are amazing and well worth the price. Let me see if I noted that here. I have it around $6. Totally worth it. We also weren't able to eat the whole thing, so I put it in a little Ziploc bag and had it for breakfast the next day. So good, so good. So I'm sure the Christmas one will go away when the season is over, but the hazelnut one is permanent. Definitely try it. You and your whole family can split it. Even kids will love it. It's like a sophisticated Pop-Tart. Definitely grab that. That is an underrated and kind of oddly found place to find a treat, but definitely recommend. All right, zipping off to Epcot, where really you can't go wrong with the treats in Epcot. But there are some that I want to highlight because I don't think that they're getting enough attention. One of them is something that we tried most recently on this trip. It is a butter bar from Caramel Kuche in Germany. Normally I'm like a straight up caramel square caramel. Still don't know. Square kind of gal, or I like the little bullseyes ones. I tried something new, and if you like a mix of like sweet and savory, this is the treat for you. So like the butter in this, the butter cookie, the butter cookie is kind of like a blondie. Oh my gosh. This was so good. And it's way bigger than you think it is. So it's about this big. And we had to save some for later. And by the time we were at our next country, I was already like nibbling on it again from Mark's backpack. It is so delicious. If you're looking for a treat to share that isn't like big, like they will slice up caramel apples for you. But we knew we couldn't travel with that home. Not that the butter bar made it home. It didn't. But if you're looking for something new to try from Caramel Kuche, the butter bar is definitely where it's at. And working your way around in France, the treat we had this time was we went into the ice cream shop and we had a chocolate macaroon. So we normally don't get macaron. I I watched a cooking show on this and I still can't remember the difference. But we normally would just get like ice cream, right? Because their waffle cones are delicious. But we got a macaroon, and I don't like chocolate ice cream, but I bit the cookie and it had so much flavor. Again, for sharing. This is going to be too big for one person, but for sharing. And they had a bunch of different kinds. Mark went with the chocolate because he's a chocolate kind of guy. That was $5. Now, if you're not a real ice cream, like you don't love a homemade rolled ice cream, perhaps this is one to skip, because $5 for one ice cream might not be a worth it price for you. But if like you love ice cream or you love macaroons, definitely give this a shot. But it would be on one of those, like, I liked the cookie, not the ice cream as much. Give it a try. Maybe with different flavors, or if you're a super chocolate lover like my cousin Ashley, this might be like one that you're like, ooh, a must do, because it's a real macaroon. Like they make it in-house. French people are making it. It's like culturally authentic. All right, friends, it is time now to go to Magic Kingdom. So any treats video would be remiss if it did not include the Dole Whip. Now, even my 4-year-old asks for Dole Whips regularly. We don't make them. We don't make them at home. We tried. I've tried to make a Dole Whip. It doesn't taste the same. I've just kind of given up on that attempt. But Mark actually, in a different park, I believe Animal Kingdom, was able to add rum, dark rum to his. It was Animal Kingdom. And he said that really took his Dole Whip level up to the next step. And that it was enough rum, but not too much. And it mixed the rum itself, like, was coconutty, and it mixed really well with the pineapple-y flavor of the Dole Whip. I don't love rum. I'm not drinking right now anyway. I'm not pregnant. It's due to weight loss surgery. So I like a plain Dole Whip, and I don't like the float. I like the regular, authentic, just soft serve Dole Whip in a cup. If you haven't had that, have you even had a real Disney experience? The smell, oof, oof. Do a Dole Whip. Do a Dole Whip. And this is going to be so basic. Are you ready? Is your heart ready for the basicness of what I'm about to tell you? I had never had Walt Disney World popcorn until this most recent trip in November. I'm so disappointed in myself. What have I been missing? It is delicious. It's amazing. We got a popcorn bucket for my niece for Christmas, and it comes with popcorn inside. So I was like, I mean, I guess you could ask for it without popcorn, but like, hello, it's $25. I'm paying for it. It was so buttery and just salty enough. Oh, the popcorn. So now every time we go at any park, and I kept smelling it and being like, Mark, I need more popcorn. Like I was fiending for popcorn. So I love popcorn on a good day, on any day. I love popcorn, and traditionally I like to make it myself so I can make it to my specifications because I'm a popcorn snob. But Disney popcorn just made in those booths, oh, so good, so good, so good. Make sure you try it. It's a fairly inexpensive treat. You can save it, make sure it's just in a baggie so it doesn't go stale. Popcorn. And if you haven't had the gray stuff from Be Our Guest, you're missing out. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. And it's so true. It's delicious. It's like whipped cream and Oreo with these little pearls on it. Oh. I mean, Be Our Guest is fantastic anyway. The croque monsieur, so good. But the gray stuff is kind of worth it. And you get it for breakfast. I wouldn't recommend the Be Our Guest breakfast at all. Too expensive for what it is. The food's not great. Lunch and dinner, go. Book your reservations, your dining reservations now. Okay, friends, that is all. Those are all the treats I have to share with you right now based on 10 years of going to Disney and recently our past 2 trips and what we really loved. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have some new recommendations to try here, and we will see you soon in our next video.